Reviewing the parts of a speculative essay using the Sandlot. Every narrative or speculative essay has three main parts: the beginning, middle, and end. In the beginning of a speculative essay, you have to hook your reader, introduce the characters, and introduce the conflict.
One all-time greatest moment in the history of sports, and it happened in the 1932 World Series. The story goes that in the bottom of the ninth inning, with 2 outs, a full count, and the tying run on base, Babe Ruth raised his arm and pointed to the center field bleachers. No one believed it, because nobody had ever done it before, but the Babe was calling his shot. On the next pitch, the great Bambino hit a towering 400-foot home run. And even although he'd been a hero before that, that's pretty much how he became a legend. 30 years later, a kid named Benjamin Franklin Rodriguez became a neighborhood legend. It was in the greatest summer of my life, when he taught me how to play baseball, and he became my best friend. And he got me out of the biggest pickle I'd ever be in.
What strategy did the movie use to hook viewers and grab their attention? Introducing conflict.
I moved to the neighborhood about 2 weeks before school let out. It was the same summer that Dodger Maury Wills would break the stolen bases record. So with something that incredible going on, it should have started off with loads of great things happening for me. But it didn't. I was from another state, and I didn't have a single friend in 1,000 miles.
Some stories have more than one conflict, like Matt did in the first speculative essay you wrote. What were his conflicts? Do you know what else is the conflict in the movie, The Sandlot, besides Smalls being new to town and having no friends?
The bee's got it! You're dead as a doornail, Smalls! You're dead as a doornail, Smalls! Smalls, you mean to tell me that you went home and swiped a ball that was signed by Babe Ruth, and you brought it out here and actually played with it? And actually played with it? Yeah! Yeah, but I was gonna bring it back! But it was signed by Babe Ruth! Yeah, you keep telling me that! Who is she? What?
Smalls, Babe Ruth is the greatest baseball player that ever lived. I mean, people say he was less than a god, but more than a man. You know, like Hercules or something. That ball you just aced to the beast is worth, well, more than your whole life, man.
I don't feel so good. Banner, give him air, give him air. Come on. We have to get that ball back.
In the middle of a speculative essay, you must have main events and must have 2 attempts at solving the problem. Attempt number 1 from The Sandlot.
His territory now.
Anybody got any bright ideas?
After we'd all thought about it real hard, we had absolutely no idea what the hell we were going to do. So things started primitively.
Just a little bit further.
Attempt number 2 from The Sandlot. In the end of the speculative essay, you need to always have the resolution, or the problem or conflict must be solved. Also, you should tell the readers what happens to the main characters. Here's how the main conflict is resolved in The Sandlot.
Hello?
This is bad. This is very bad. We brought your dog home.
Hercules? How do you get out?
I'm telling you guys, should have just turned it loose.
Well, what happened was, we hit a baseball into your yard. We tried to get it back.
So you're the ones that making all that racket.
Yes, sir.
You get it?
Yeah.
Why don't you just knock on the door? I'd have gotten it for you.
Other conflicts are resolved as well.
Even though Bill loved the murderer's row ball, he was still plenty mad about me having swiped his Babe Ruth autograph ball and ruining it. So I didn't feel too bad when he grounded me for a week, instead of the rest of my life. Wow. Things worked out between me and him for a couple of more years, mostly through junior high school. And every summer was great. But none of them ever came close to that first one.
So what happened to the rest of the main characters?
Hamilton Porter became a professional wrestler. You know him as the Great Hambino. I was the last one to move away. But when I did, the Sandlot was still there. After Benny pickled the beast, his reputation spread all over town. From then on, he was known as Benny the Jet Rodriguez, and the nickname stuck with him for the rest of his life.
Now pitch running for the Los Angeles Dodgers, Benny the Jet Rodriguez. It's the clutch situation of the season. They say the Jets lost a step or two, but I wouldn't be surprised to see some fireworks here.
All narratives or stories need to include the specific elements of the beginning, middle, and end of a story to be complete. Remember when writing your speculative essays to always include these elements along with dialogue and specific details to make your writing even stronger.